What's going on, everyone? Welcome back to another video. I'm Michigan Sports Talk here. In this one, we got some news on a new wide receiver transfer portal target for the Wolverines. We go over that, plus the Matt Weiss situation, an update on the 5-star quarterback Ryder Lyons, as Michigan definitely a top school right now, plus a couple official visits set up for some important targets for the Wolverines in the 2026 class. And we go over some takeaways from Michigan's 68-65 win over UC San Diego as the Wolverines survive a scare. Go over my takeaways there, what they need to do and clean up ahead of the Texas A&M matchup, and more. It's all going to be in this video, so let's go ahead and get right into it. Alright, so to start this video, I did want to talk about a new transfer portal wide receiver target for the Wolverines, as Sharon Moore and company have extended a scholarship offer to the Campbell transfer wide receiver Sincere Brown, a 6'5", 190-pound wide receiver. He entered the transfer portal March 18th and has immediately picked up Power 4 interest. He does have 1 season of eligibility remaining after spending 3 seasons at South Florida and then 2 seasons in the FCS at Campbell, and he is coming off a breakout season: 61 receptions, 1,028 yards, and 12 touchdowns for Sincere Brown in the 2024 season, and he led his team in receptions, receiving yards, and touchdown catches this past season. He was also named first team All-CAA, which is the Coastal Athletic Association. He is primarily an outside wide receiver, and he can, go up, catch contested catches, but he can also rack up yards after the catch. Obviously is a taller receiver at 6'5", which is exactly what the Wolverines needed. It's exactly why they went out and got Donovan McCulley, the Indiana wide receiver transfer. So this is another option for the Wolverines. They have offered him. So let me know what you guys think about that. A potential new wide receiver transfer target for the Wolverines there, and at the very least could just add some depth at the wide receiver room, or in the wide receiver room, for the Wolverines going into next season. Also did want to talk about the situation on former Michigan assistant Matt Weiss. Not going to spend too much time on it because it isn't really a Michigan football related subject, but former Michigan quarterbacks coach and co-offensive coordinator Matt Weiss was charged on Thursday with 14 counts of unauthorized access to computers and 10 counts of aggravated identity theft, according to a press release from the U.S. Department of Justice. Now, Weiss was dismissed by Michigan on January 20th, 2023, days after being put on administrative leave after computer access crimes were reported. And basically Thursday's statement states that Weiss accessed private illicit photos of student athletes between 2015 and 2023. Weiss has not coached since his dismissal. At the time, though, athletic director Ward Manuel said of his dismissal at the time that after review of university policies, the athletic department has terminated the appointment of co-offensive coordinator and quarterbacks coach Matt Weiss. So some pretty messed up stuff right there. That's as far as I'll go into it. Obviously, Michigan did the right thing once they, found out at the time about these computer access crimes. Also worth mentioning, because I know some rival fans would jump to conclusions. It doesn't have anything to do with sign stealing or anything like that. In fact, that was already found when it was first reported years ago. So moving on, did want to talk about Bryce Underwood throwing his first Michigan football spring practice, as we did get to see a little clip thanks to MGO Blue TV, and obviously was all over social media as the Wolverines spring ball practices began Tuesday, and spring ball right now in full swing. Then I did want to talk about some recruiting news, and also want to talk about the 5-star quarterback in the 2026 class, Ryder Lyons, ranked number 6 nationally on 24/7 Sports rankings, the number 3rd quarterback in the 2026 class from the state of California. He basically is a 2027 quarterback because he is going to be going on a 1-year mission, but nonetheless, Michigan is becoming a major player in this recruitment, as he told E.J. Howland of On3 and the Wolverine that Coach Sharon Moore and Chip Lindsey have really been trying to build a relationship with me. He said as soon as Coach Lindsey got the job, he made it clear that I'm their number 1 guy. He said their message is that I'm a top guy and they want me bad. They believe in me. Now, he is set to take first visit to Michigan on April 12th, and he said that I just want to see the culture of the whole program, want to see how the coaches talk and how they work with their players, and also their vision for me as a player. Also could work out very well because obviously Bryce Underwood right now is a freshman going into his third year. Ryder Lyons would be a freshman in 2027, and he also did say, that he's not afraid of competition. He said, I'll compete with anyone, but he did say Michigan definitely in the top 5 for sure in his recruitment right now. And I just want to say, man, we've talked about it before in this channel, but what a great job Chip Lindsey has just come in here and done with the quarterback recruiting. Obviously, it was all hands in deck from the Michigan football program and all the coaches to bring in Bryce Underwood. And now the Wolverines are going after Ryder Lyons, Brady Smeagol, and the 2027 class going after Elijah Haven, Trey Taylor, and even other quarterback targets as well. That's just a few names. So Michigan definitely a top school in Ryder Lyons recruitment. Also wanted to give a quick update on the 2026 4-star offensive tackle Malachi Lee, as he recently just made an unofficial visit to Michigan this week, and it was apparently enough that he set up a Michigan official visit on June 20th. So great news right there. And he told Ethan McDowell of On3 and the Wolverine that they've just been really awesome to us. A lot of my questions were already answered, and they kind of just smashed this unofficial out of the water. I'm looking forward to our official visit now. Michigan also got a visit from the 2026 4-star top 100 athlete and defensive back Joey O'Brien, and he told Steve Wiltfong of On3 about his visit that, just everything. I loved Coach Morgan, loved all the coaches, got to hang out with some of the guys. He said he had a great time. He said just my play style, I feel like it's a good a good fit there with Coach Morgan. He also did tell him that I think I'm going to take an official visit there. So that's some good news right there. Then I did want to end this video by talking about Michigan basketball, and what a game. Michigan survives 68-65, barely beating UC San Diego. They did cover the spread though, but I tell you what, it was very close. Got to give credit to UC San Diego. They were a 30-win team for a reason. They were on a 15-game winning streak coming into this game. Michigan played sloppy, allowed them to get back in the game. We all knew that would happen if Michigan did play sloppy, and they had 14 turnovers in this one. Didn't really shoot the ball great in the second half, and UC San Diego were starting to hit their shots in the second half and started to build a comeback, and at one point led by 2 points with just about 2 minutes to go. But Trey Donaldson again coming in clutch for the Wolverines. This dude has been clutch for Michigan ever since the Big Ten tournament began, and he has been hitting clutch threes with just a couple minutes to go in a lot of recent games recently, and he hit another one to give Michigan a 1-point lead with 2 minutes to go. And then towards the end of the game, Michigan stood strong on defense. They got, I believe, 2 offensive rebounds at the end of the game to seal the deal. Vlad Golden brought in a huge rebound. He got fouled, knocked down 2 free throws. Michigan went up by 3, which was huge, and ended up winning this one. They advanced to the second round to take on Texas A&M. And obviously Michigan knows they got to play more clean basketball against Texas A&M. They got to rebound the ball because Texas A&M is the #1 team when it comes to offensive rebounds. But at the end of the day, you just got to survive and advance in March. Post-game, Dustin May said, very grateful that these guys are on our team. He said they elevate their play when it means the most. Ultimately, that's what it came down to. When you watch our guys the last 5 minutes of the game, there's a different level of intensity and determination to win the game. And Trey Donaldson said, we're desperate to win. We want to continue to play. We don't want our season to be over. So when it's time to make big plays, when the opportunity presents itself, I just want to attack it as best as possible. And he said, we're just trying to win. That's what it comes down to. And Dustin May, speaking on Trey Donaldson, he said he's made big shot after big shot. He controls the game down the stretch, and he gives us an emotional lift. I feel very, very confident when he's making plays late in the game. Now, Michigan's defense was struggling, especially when they kept switching. UC San Diego, they got Vlad Golden on a one-on-one matchup with one of their guards, and they were just taking full advantage of that. It's definitely the one weakness when you do have 2 7-footers out there. But one thing Dusty May did do at the end of the game is he subbed out Vlad Golden, which I think paid big dividends there. And so Michigan, when they did switch, even though it was Danny Wolf guarding the guard, he is more used to that stuff than Vlad Golden. So I thought that was very nice, very good by Dusty May to take out Vlad Golden for that defensive possession at the end of the game there. But the Wolverines find another way. Vlad Golden had 14 points, Trey Donaldson with 12, Roddy Gale Jr. with 11. If he continues to play the way he's playing, I tell you what, Michigan can go very far. Denny Wolf had 9 points, 11 rebounds, but obviously starts with turnovers. Michigan has got to bring those turnovers back down to single digits, especially against Texas A&M, and they just got to continue to make clutch plays towards the end of the game. If they do that, just got to survive and advance during this time right now. So those are my thoughts and takeaways on the game against UC San Diego and heading into the matchup against Texas A&M on Saturday, which they will be playing at 5:15 Eastern time on CBS in the second round with a chance to go to the Sweet 16. But with that, that's going to wrap up this video. Hope you guys did enjoy. If you did, make sure to go ahead, drop a like, comment down below, and subscribe for more if you are new around here. I greatly appreciate it, and we will see you guys in the next video. Go Blue.